Hi guys, it's Abby. Here's how I edit my YouTube videos and my YouTube thumbnails. I do my thumbnails the same time that I do my videos, kind of, and I'll explain that process. I'm also going to be editing on Final Cut Pro. First, we're going to take my MacBook Air. I'll link this one down below. This bad boy. This is the Lacy external hard drive. This one's actually the 2 Thunderbolt one. We're going to be editing my YouTube video off my hard drive. I'm actually going to Google search how to screen record because I don't know how to screen record. Press Shift Command 5. Oh, okay, cool. I gotta get comfortable because I'm going to be sitting here for a little bit. So basically today we're going to be editing the What's on My iPhone tour video. That's just going to allow me to go over the basics of how I edit screen recording. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to go to File, New, Library, and we're going to title this one iPhone tour. And I have it saving to my hard drive. This is very important as the where. You can do like your computer, but I'm going to do my hard drive because my computer doesn't have a lot of disk storage and I don't want to run out of storage. So hit save. So this is iPhone tour. We're gonna go into new project video. This is just what we're gonna title it. I don't really mess with any of those other settings. The event, today's date is the 5th, so we're gonna select that. Hit okay. Okay, so it's completely empty. This is where you're gonna keep your videos. And when you import them, you're going to import them to the iPhone tour. We're going to just say April 5th event. So we're going to go down over here. I'm going to hit Finder. We're going to go to my hard drive, the videos, and I already have them imported to my hard drive. And we're going to just select and basically drag it in. And we're going to, like I said, do it on the 5th. So here's my video starting to import, and we're gonna do the second video. It really does not take that long to load, and I will say I do appreciate that. So yeah, those are basically me talking, showing you guys like what's on my iPhone. Then we're gonna import these screen recordings because I did obviously screen record. So we're just gonna, I hate when it does that. Don't open a second window. I'm actually just gonna do all 3 at the same time. I like to kind of give it a minute to make sure that they're all importing. Why are my dogs barking? If you hear them, I'm so sorry. Basically, what I'm going to first start by doing is dropping down the video to my timeline down here at the bottom. This is going to be where you're going to be editing, cutting, clipping, adding text, adding sounds. Everything is going to be done in here. This is your golden star. So we're going to select it, and then we're going to drag. Then we're going to slide my little bar over. And we're gonna go down to the next clip. I can drop. What was it before my screen recording? Yes. So I have right here, all the way to the end, I have 13 minutes and 1 second of footage. That is me talking, explaining what's on my iPhone. Honestly, I select here. Talk about my face. This is 12 minutes, 30 seconds, and then 45 millisecond. I don't remember. But iPhone tour video total is 13 minutes and 1 second long right here at the bottom. I love that I can see like where I'm at when I move my little cursor versus how much time the whole video is, which really helps because I really try to make my videos at least 10 minutes, but I feel like this one's probably not going to be 10 minutes because I talk really fast. What I'm going to start by doing is chopping up my video, and basically I like to raise my sound down here to 12. You just lift the bar. I'm just gonna put my earphones in, turn that volume down, go through and rough cut, basically take out where I'm not talking, so like the empty spaces in between my voice. Hold Command and then hit B, that's the blade tool. That's what you use to like chop it up. Also just hit B and it'll have the little scissors there, and then you can just go through and select as you go. I don't like doing that because I don't like going that fast. I kind of like to take my time. So to switch back from the blade, just hit the A and it gets rid of it. You can also hit this little mouse click button, do it that way. Also, if it's getting really hard while you're cutting up your clips, you could just kind of like zoom in on your keyboard. Zooms in and out of your timeline. So like if you make a clip really small like that and you can't select it, zoom in and it makes the clip a lot bigger. The amount of times I rewatch the same clip over and over and over and over again, because I feel like I'm gonna miss something, or sometimes I do. I like don't talk and then I post a video and it's just a long pause of me not talking. That's so irritating. So like this big empty gap right here of just complete space where the lines aren't going up, that's where I'm not talking. Like there's nothing going on, so I like to cut that part out because it's boring. And then again, an area where I'm not talking, we're taking that part out. I'm gonna go back to the very front. I'm going to add my intro. That is something I always forget. After I'm done rough cutting is I forget to add my intro. So I have that in YouTube intros, and we're just gonna drag and drop it. And yeah, it's right down here at the bottom. We're gonna select and then just drop it there. I actually made this intro in Final Cut. Basically, I just created a text design. So then we're gonna go back to the very end. We're gonna add my outro. That's another thing I always forget. We're gonna do this one. I have a couple different ones I like to switch between for my intros and my outros. I need to create more, but those are the ones that I have for right now. And that doesn't have music, so but I will add music at the end. So then we're gonna take the slider and go all the way back. Now what I'm gonna do is add my screen recording on top of my video, and we're gonna go through and we're gonna edit it. Okay, so we have my screen recording imported. I'm just gonna kind of make it a little smaller, drag it over, put it right there. And we're also gonna just mute that all together. What I'm gonna do before I start clipping my screen recording is I'm just gonna really quickly add a sound effect, because if I don't, I can't like hear it when I play it back. So I already have this one imported, so I'm just gonna put a pop. It's not where I wanted it to move, so I think it. So then if we go like right here, you hear the pop. Adds an effect. I don't know. Now we're just gonna go through, and whatever I'm saying is what I'm gonna be showing on the screen recording. So we're gonna be chopping that screen recording out because I have that one. And then if you go back, I do have another one. This one right here that's highlighted, this is 15 minutes long. I have to have it down because my video is only like 9 minutes. So I went through it, added all my screen recording overlays. Now we're gonna go through and I'm gonna like add exposure, contrast, saturation, tint, temperature, because my lighting in this video is kind of fluctuating because the sun keeps going in and out of the clouds, and I try to keep a steady, what's the word, aesthetic, even though it's not aesthetic. So to do that, you're gonna select on the clip to this little sideways triangle looking thing. Enhance light and color, you can select it yourself and it'll do it automatically to what it looks good in the system, basically. You can also have the option to go in, play around with the contrast, play around with the saturation, make me look really, really tan. And you also have an option to like save effects preset. And if you click that save button, you go down here to this two box looking things, that's your effects. And if you go over here to color grading presets, I already have two pre-saved. Effects preset 1, that's what it looks like. It's not really looking good for this video and how the lighting is just messing me up. This is why I try to really film on good lighting days, and I thought today was, but the sun and the clouds wanted to fight. We're just gonna basically mess with it myself to where I like it. I also like to make sure my brightness is all the way up for my display, because if it's not, it'll mess up after effect of it. So we're gonna select this video. We're gonna kind of go right in the middle. Just gonna kind of play around with what I think will look good. So my exposure, we're gonna kind of bring it back up just a little bit. My contrast, I don't really mess around with that, so I'm gonna leave that at 0. Brightness is overall in the video, so we're gonna do that at -2.0. Saturation, I do like to do my saturation a little bit up. I am pretty pale, so the higher I do it, the more tan I look. In the video, it just looks fake, so I don't really like that. I do like to add it just a little, like a smidge. We're gonna mute that so it's not yelling in my ear. I do like that, so we're gonna keep it like that. My highlights and warmth, and then my midtones, warmth, my shadows, warmth. I kind of bring my warmth down a little bit. I don't like my video to look yellow toned. I'd much rather it look cool toned, like my blue in my room really picks up warmth. So I like to bring it down just like a smidgy. This is what it looks like with the color adjustments, and then that clip is without, and you can just tell like my lighting is just really off. It just looks crispier. I hate using the word aesthetic, but it's like the only word that comes to mind. Save effects. We're gonna name it full toned iPhone, so I know that I'm using that specific effect for this iPhone video. Hit save. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna select right here, go to my effects button, find, it started with a C, so right here, my CT iPhone, select it and then drop it. So now we're gonna apply that effect to my entire video of me. I'm not gonna apply it to my iPhone overlay because I don't need to adjust that overlay, like it's its own lighting. That makes any sense? Okay, so I'm done adding all my color adjustments. I just think it looks better. I don't look as washed out. The next step I want to do is add background music. Even though I'm continuously talking in this video, I do want to add like some relaxing background music. So we're gonna go to my Finder and we're on my hard drive, go to music, sound effects, music, put it under vlog music, and I kind of have a song in mind. So anything that has this yellow triangle I downloaded from artlist.io, I'll link it down below. And then anything up here that says ES, those sounds are from Epidemic Sound. They're both a paid monthly subscription music website, but they're both worth it. I love them. I don't get copyrighted when I use their music. I love it. Yes, so I like that one, but let me just, I don't want anything spunky. So we're just gonna do this coffee one, and again, we're just gonna drag this into my little event library thing. Roll until I can find it. Yeah, so here it is. So basically what I'm gonna do is just drag it. We're gonna put it at the very bottom because I do have that little pop sound effect. I like to lower the volume on my sound, like my music, because I want my talking voice to be the main character and the music to be background noise. So we're just gonna lower it. You can barely hear the music, but it's just enough to be a perfect background sound. So now we're just gonna rewatch the entire video and make sure there's no other edits. Oh, see? This is why I do that. So we are going to, this song is not that long, but I'm just gonna have the song repeating. And then I just want to add a spunky sound to the end for my end card. So this was my outro song that I have been doing for a while. I'm gonna lower the volume just a little bit. Then right here, we're gonna select this little circle thing. You have to keep moving your mouse until you get it like that. And I want the sound to fade out. As far as this video is done, like I said, again, I am going to go back through, watch it and make sure, but that is how I edit my YouTube videos. I'm going to show you guys how I edit my YouTube thumbnails. So this is my Canva. So we're going to select this because this is what I've been doing my thumbnails on. So these are all my thumbnails. Select add page. This was a screenshot that I had taken, and we're just going to drag and drop it. So here it is. Select it and then make it fit the entire screen. I want to go over here to Chrome. I want to search Final Cut Pro PNG. A little picture or something in the background. And we're gonna go back over here to Canva. I'm going to go back over here to my hard drive to add that to the photo. Background remover is gonna take off that little weird checkerboard looking box thing in the background. We're gonna fit it to the screen. We're gonna hit share, download, transparent background, and it's gonna literally get rid of the white background, and we're just gonna have our design. And we're gonna go back over here, and now we're just gonna make the thumbnail. I'm very indecisive with my thumbnails. I feel like I'm a perfectionist. Okay, so we're also gonna change my font because I don't like that. I kind of like that. We'll do it as, should I do it as a blue? My colors, do it as a white, and then I'll just add a shape. My shape color, I will make that shape color blue. Do this really pretty blue, and we're just gonna kind of drag it. We're gonna rotate it a smidgy. How I edit YouTube videos plus thumbnails. I might change it, but that's typically how I edit my thumbnails. It really just depends. Those are like the basic tips of how I do edit my YouTube videos and my thumbnails. I will have everything used, I mentioned, linked down below, so this video is actually helpful. Love you guys, and I'll see you in my next video.